Guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go an article titled, Take a Swipe. Woman warns you should avoid 5'10" guys on dating apps, and they're just one group she steers clear of. And guys, this is an article where a woman who is a popular radio host in Australia goes into this whole thing warning women about the types of guys they should avoid on dating apps, okay? It's crazy. And it just starts off there, avoiding guys that are 5'10". Well, here's the deal. The old joke about how women want a guy that's the 3 6s, 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, and 6-pack, right? And honestly, how many guys statistically are above 6 feet tall in the world? So most guys are going to be probably 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", okay? I'm 5'10". So obviously I'm out, according to this woman. And what's really funny, guys, is that if you click on the link in the description I provide, you're going to see, if you go through the article, you're going to see different pictures of her. Guess what? No surprise, she's not exactly hot. Okay? No fucking way. I would say at best she's in her mid-40s, and she is not that good looking. Maybe in her 20s she was hot, who the hell knows, but she sure isn't now, so she should be grateful for any guy that'd pay attention to her. But she's writing this thing anyway because she's a radio host and all that. But this shows, guys, in this day and age, just how not only how picky women are, but also delusional. Because you're going to go through this list here. I'm going to go through the list. You're going to see that at the end of the list, there aren't going to be a whole lot of guys left to choose from. But all these different demands and all these things they feel entitled to, it's really crazy. But again, as I've told you guys in the past, where does this all come from? It comes from the feminist movement. That's one area, convincing women they're entitled to everything and deserve everything. But it also comes from, guess what? Guys screwing up and validating women. All this validation, that's why I tell you not to do it. Validation and attention all the time from dating apps, social media, things like that. All these thirsty guys always liking the pictures and commenting on their pictures, hoping that girl will then write back and respond to them and give them attention and, choose them, so to speak, when the woman will just see them as a fan. Okay, so you can have women that are 6s, but they think they're 10s because all the attention they get from guys. Your average girl could put a picture of her on Instagram in a bikini on the beach, and she's okay looking, and she's going to get tons of likes and comments. That builds the ego. You get enough of that, you start thinking that you're a 10. Or guys that, taking the validation off social media, dating apps, guys that bombard women with emails and things like and messages and flirts or whatever the hell they call it on the dating apps, giving them attention. That's why it's like, hey, swipe, swipe, swipe. Who cares? I got plenty of guys that are chasing after me. That's why I tell you guys don't do that. You put your dating profile up and you back away and go about your life. Let them contact you because they're used to guys bombarding them. All right? Sets you apart. Also, validation where guys that are, girl texts them or emails them and a guy responds immediately. You should be busy. Respond to those messages later. 3, 4, 5 hours later because you're busy. You responding quickly, validation. You spending too much time with a woman you're dating. I say once a week. You start doing 2, 3 times a week, validation. Shows that you like her so much, you're willing to stop everything, stop all the things you used to do to hang out with her. Validation. That builds the ego. That's where we are today because of things like that. So don't do that, guys. So I'm going to go through this article here, and you're going to see all the different ridiculous things that she's going to go through, and it's pretty entertaining, but it shows how things are. So it starts off saying, whether we own up to it or not, most of us have a type. We can't help but swipe right on dating apps. But according to Australian radio presenter Jana Hawking, there are several groups of men single women should never, and never is capitalized here, never date. And that includes guys who insist they're 5'10". In a personal essay for News Australia, Jana explained how she's been around the trap a few times on Tinder and Bumble. From those who lie about their age to your typical alpha males, the savvy singleton has put together a list of 9 groups of men to avoid, and we're warning you now, it might just put you off online dating for good. I like how they refer to her as the savvy singleton. There's a reason she's single, and you'll see. Just all you guys take a moment, pause the video, click on the link, see in the description, see her picture. Let me know what you think in the description about her, what she looks like. Would you find her very attractive? I seriously doubt that. All right, number 1, the 5'10" guy. First up are the guys who say they're 5'10" in their bios, but are actually much shorter. Shedding light on this type of dater, Jana wrote, he knows he can't get away with being 6 feet tall, but he knows many of you won't swipe right if he admits he's 5'8". Shame on all of us. Well, again, here's the deal, guys. Probably most guys in this world, again, depending on where you live, are going to be 5'8", not 5'9", 5'10". It's rare to get somebody above 6 feet tall, okay? But they all want 6 feet tall. So you get a woman that's 5'2", and wants a guy taller than her. Well, 5'8" should work perfectly fine. But no. Swipe. Picky. Where does that come from? What I told you in the beginning of the video. So that's why I tell you guys, stop validating women, okay? Yes, there's going to be a bazillion thirsty guys out there going to do it anyway, but you're one less person doing it, especially when it comes to women that you are dating, if you, again, date. But 5'10", when I do the online dating, when I had the apps up there, okay, I'm honest, 5'10", end of story, And if some women think it's bullshit, hey, screw them. But I think it's kind of crazy, guys, if guys lie about these things. Just be honest here. But obviously, some guys do it. But regardless, who gives a crap? But you're going to see as I go through this article, there's more bullshit here. All right, next one, the guy who says he's 45. Aware that admitting they're over 50 will get them less matches, Jana says many blokes claim they're 45 to bag more dates because of other users' age preferences. Well, again, maybe guys do this, but at the end of the day, what's her age? I mean, I don't know her age. I can look it up, but I'm busy. But she's in her 40s, but she's not going to go for a guy who says he's 45. And I'm willing to bet you believe she probably wouldn't go for a guy who's 45 because she wouldn't want somebody who's 45. She's older. She probably feels like she's entitled to somebody younger. But who'd want to tap that, as you're going to see in the picture? But who gives a crap? And guys, like I said here, if guys are doing this and they're lying about their age and their height and all that shit, it's going to come out anyway. So you might as well just say what you are, because a woman's going to be able to tell by looking at you, okay? But still, picky. All right. And she goes on here. Speaking from experience, Jana says she recently went on a date with a guy who said he was 45, 6 feet tall, worked in finance, had no kids, and was Scottish. But when she met him in person, Jana wrote, he was rather short, admitted after a very strong whiskey that he was 52 years old, and he had 2 kids. So again, guys, this is an example. Don't lie. Just say what you are, okay, because it's going to come out. But regardless, she is still picky as hell. Number 3, alpha males. According to Jana, an easy way to spot an obnoxious alpha male is by taking a close look at their photos. If they shared a gym selfie or are holding a giant dead fish, then Jana says you're better off swiping left. Highlighting what a big red flag is, she wrote, just like a caveman who hunts a wild beast and brings it back to the cave to impress his lady friend, this guy is trying to show he's as masculine as they come. Well, the caveman is out there hunting, and he's bringing back the kill so that the woman who he's not trying to impress can cook it. He's walking back, dropping the dead part of the woolly mammoth or the saber-toothed tiger, whatever it is, on the cave and saying, bitch, cook this. He's not trying to impress her. So bad analogy there. But regards to the alpha males, you're going to have pictures of guys that take pictures of themselves in the gym because that's what they're into. And they're probably want to attract and have women that are into working out as well, because the guys that are into working out and exercise, we don't want any women that are overweight and don't take care of themselves, because that lifestyle is important to a guy that really is into working out, and he wants to attract someone just like that. So a woman can say, he's a gym rat, so am I. Because female gym rats like guys that are also gym rats as well. It works well because they both have the same passion for the gym and all that, and also dieting and good eating and good healthy lifestyle. So that's being a bit excessive. And you look at the picture of her, trust me, she's not hitting the gym far enough. And about holding the giant dead fish, maybe he just enjoys fishing. Who knows? But number 4, the angry guy looking for a rebound. Look, no one wants to be the person anyone rebounds with when they're reeling from a breakup. Well, isn't that most people? Most people do have breakups and basically are going to go back on the apps anyway. So that's going to be a lot of people on these apps. To save yourself some serious heartache, Jana recommends looking out for statements such as, "If you can't handle me my worst, you don't deserve me my best. Studied at the School of Hard Knock, and you probably won't message me back because I'm a nice guy," written in their bios. Okay, I'll give her that. I don't think any guy should be writing this thing down because it obviously shows they're obviously butthurt about some things. So that's a good point. I'll give her this one here. But still, people on dating apps obviously are going to be on the rebound at some point because, obviously things don't work out or you're dating other people and, but don't be so picky. All right, number 5, the entrepreneur. Although not every guy on Tinder who says they're an entrepreneur is actually jobless, Jana says it's a red flag and something that's worth clarifying early on. Well, I'm an entrepreneur, but I don't go around saying, when people ask me what I do for a living, I say I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. That's what I say I do. I own 2 different businesses, okay? I'm working on a 3rd one right now. So, but not every guy is going to say entrepreneur means that they're, like she said, jobless, but still give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Because a lot of women, guess what? Like ambitious men, like guys that are going for things, okay? At least hear them out. But, yes, women want a guy that obviously has resources and can provide and has things that can obviously shower on them, depending on if she's a gold digger or not. I don't mind, guys, with regards to gold diggers, if you want to hook up with them, cool, but that's it. You hook up, you go out, you hook up with them once or twice, and you don't spend too much money. As I've said before, 1 drink on the first date, that's it, and try to reel them in, have your fun, and kick them to the curb. You don't need gold diggers in your life, but you can still have your fun with them initially. But as an entrepreneur, I don't go around saying I'm an entrepreneur. I say I'm a business owner. So guys, any of you guys that do that in the dating apps, don't do that. Just say business owner. Number 6. The guy who just posts selfies. You can't exactly blame anyone for posting their best selfie on their dating profile. But if you're only posting selfies, Jana claims they might not actually look like that in real life or have much of a social life. That's bullshit. By the way, how many women generally the ones that are doing all the selfies? How many times do you see girls out there doing selfies of themselves? I remember one time I was in France, I was in Paris, and I saw a couple of good-looking girls trying to do selfies, and they were doing a piss-poor job of it. And I just walked up to them and said, "Hey, I wanted to talk to them anyway. Hey, I'll take your picture for you." And they wanted to do their selfies. They wanted to do their selfies, but we ended up actually hanging out anyway. But they still wanted to do their own selfies because it's popular to do. Women love their selfies. But so who gives a shit? And says here that you may not have much of a social life. Just because they have a selfie doesn't mean they don't have any friends. It's just common to take the picture. She goes on here. The more extreme version of this category involves the person looking slightly like a serial killer and extreme close-up photos. No smiling and the impression that they have the personality of a dead fish, she added. Oh, for goodness sake. Number 7. The guy who only posts group pictures. According to Tinder's most swipe right man, users only spend 0.5 seconds looking at your profile before swiping. So it's important to make an impression. In other words, you don't want to spend ages studying group photos to work out with which one he is. She added, "You will honestly be hoping he's the hot one, he won't be." So before, in the other one, she said no selfies because he may not have any friends or a social life. Okay? Now the next one she talks about him having pictures of him with groups of friends, and then she's complaining that you won't know which one he is. So now he has friends and has a social life, that's bad. And before, he had a selfie, but he doesn't have any friends in pictures, so that's bad too. You can't make up your mind with this lady. Does this sound familiar, guys? Number 8. The guy who poses with a puppy or a baby. Referencing Sex and the City's Men Are Like Taxis episode, Jana says men who their green light switched on, i.e. want a relationship, will post pictures of themselves holding a baby, a puppy, or their niece or nephew. She explained anyone holding a baby, or a niece or nephew, in their photos is basically saying, "Look, this could be us." Well, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of women at some point, they're done riding the carousel and want to settle down. So that obviously shows a guy that wants to settle down too, so what's the problem there? See what I'm talking about, guys? Number 9. The guy who is posing with the same girl in every shot. On first impression, this might appear as though he wants you to know that he is emotionally mature enough to have girls who are friends. But according to Jana, This is the couple looking to get frisky with a third person. Cheeky rascals. Oh, so it shows a picture of him with a woman, so it means they want to have, obviously, 3 ways. Maybe that's so, but that's probably the case on special websites that are not the typical Bumbles and Tinders and OkCupid and all that. Okay? And it finishes up her saying, last month, the savvy singleton urged women to never is capitalized, never date men in their 30s because they're statistically likely to be ones who won't commit. So you can't date guys in their 30s. That's a whole range there. Guys, a whole block of people in a big range that usually are on these things, you can't date too. This is crazy. So no guys that are 5'10" and obviously shorter. No guys that are 45 because they all say they're 50. No guys that look like they're looking for a relationship, even though women are looking for a relationship. No guys in their 30s and a bunch of other crap. See what I'm talking about, guys? It's mad. And yet they complain, oh, there's no good men out there. Or there's the complaints that, oh, nobody wants me. Men don't want to commit. Well, this pickiness, you can see. But the odds are, my guess is this woman, and you'll see her picture. I keep bringing it up because I don't like these egos and attitudes on some of these women. You're going to take a look at her picture. She is not that bad. I mean, she's not bad at all. Okay, she's not good looking. And I'm guessing she's so picky about these things because this is her way of saying, hey, guys aren't going to want me anyway, but if I'm ultra picky, then I'm the one rejecting them and I can feel better about myself. That's what I think's going on there. Anyway, guys, I thought this was a funny article to share. Again, this is how things are in this day and age. Again, no validation because you're going to see that adds to this attitude in this day and age. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.